it's Kim
and Allie
from Amazing Race.
Hi.
We're doing recap number
3.
We've made it to 3 whole legs of the race.
We leave England and we travel to the Shetland Islands.
Not before hitting the pubs first. That was like a sheep. Oh god, I just had like PTSD right there. Like personally, I can't sleep everywhere like the wrestlers. I need a quiet place to sleep.
Hello guys, we have 6 hours to kill. Really? You're gonna just camp outside the train station?
So I was like, screw this, like let's go to a pub.
It was cold outside.
It was like Friday night too, I think. Yeah.
It was super busy, and Oxford's kind of a college town too.
Yeah.
So like we were running to the train station, we were like, wow, this place is popping. Like it was really easy to get a cab, but we found out we actually got directions, I think, from like a drunk couple.
They were like,
take a left and then do right. And their drunk English accents. It's really funny. We made it to the train station.
Walking through Oxford in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and then we decided to leave the train station and go to the bar.
On the way, I became a duck whisperer.
Going to Scotland with the ducks.
Talk to the ducks. The ducks actually brought us to the pub. They told us where the good
They told
spots
us,
were.
they led us the way.
I mean, we got nothing else to do. We're waiting for a 6 a.m. train.
They showed us where the good spots.
Good beer and good music. Had a good old time. Good stuff all around. I think this might have been one of the times where we also established ourselves as suspicious.
The suspicious team.
Suspicious activity. Every time you leave the pack, people talk behind your back. It's true.
It's true. They all came to us and they were like, so, where were you guys last night?
What were you guys doing?
Now everybody knows. They also don't know we got into the hostel that they formerly couldn't get into, and we got some information, a couple maps, but...
So we took a train to another train to a car that we drove to the ferry, which was, by the way, in the magic of editing, that ferry was 13 hours long.
It was a trip. But it was beautiful. We took off the northern coast of Scotland and rode all the way, and then as we came into the Shetland Islands, it was about 2 hours before we actually got to the island that you could see gorgeous countryside and like a few mountains along the way.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so gorgeous. And we were there right at the time of the year when the sun was shining all day. It was not too foggy. It was not too cold. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the sun didn't set till like 10:45.
Yeah.
10:45.
It was
it's
really
far north.
And you saw in the clips that we camped out. So the sun didn't go down until around 11 o'clock, and then it came right back up around 3:30, 4 a.m.
So we got like another
it was a short
3 hours of
night.
sleep. So we took a train to another train to a car that we drove to the ferry that was 13 hours long to back into the car that no one knew how to drive.
And most people were right-handed, and the shifter is on the left side, so you're driving on the left side, you're sitting on the right side, using the wrong hand to try and shift. It was just one big shit show.
Lucky for me, I'm left-handed, so I was fine. And I was just stuck behind everyone else that wasn't fine. And I'm like, nobody knows what the hell they're doing. I mean, lucky for me, I'm dyslexic, so this seems totally normal. I was like, I'll drive on the left side of the road.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back seat like this. Well, together, Perfetto.
So we didn't get a whole lot of FaceTime on this episode, did we?
No.
No. Hello, we're adorable. Don't you want to see more of this beautiful mug on the camera?
For all the excited viewers out there who want a little bit of backstory, we couldn't find the puffin. It took us forever to find the puffin. We were probably last on our way to Scalloway Castle.
Yeah.
And once we finally got there, we had a secret language. We got there at the same time as Shelly and Nisi. We took in, I ran around the corner and Kim said, Allie, my shoe.
That was like our code word for like, I found it. But I'm fixing my shoe so that the other teams didn't turn around to like look when I say, I found it. So
Picking our detour.
So picking our detour.
We could
Ponies and Pete or Light My Fire. And I'm sorry, I listened to the Doors. I'm gonna light something on fire. I have a pyromaniac streak in me. I saw Light My Fire and I was like, we are light. It's a fire, girl. We are gonna torch something today.
And I said, I don't want to be at the mercy of a crazy pony.
Right? So
little did I know, fast forward, I was going to be at the mercy of a crazy sheep. However,
so our rationale in picking Light My Fire, not just because it had a really cool name and it involves fire and pyrotechnics. Other than that, Alli and I had decided before starting our legs that we were going to eliminate outside factors. And a pony is an outside factor, like a non-complying pony. But we did also notice in Jim's interview when he said the physical labor detours tend to be the faster detours. So I hate to say it, Jim was right, because
the teams that placed first, second, third, and fourth at the pit stop were the ones that did the Pete and Pony detour.
boom. The Pete and
Teams
Pony detour.
5, 6, 7, 8, and poor Scott and Michael, we all built the torch.
So that shows you that the torch detour was longer and harder to do, more complicated. It involved putting something together and hammering and nailing. Now, what you guys maybe don't know or haven't quite put together is a week before Alli and I left for the show,
She fell down a cliff.
I got a nice gnarly scar from it. And I think I broke my finger, and so I was having a lot of trouble gripping things, and so that included the hammer. I was really sucking at hammering nails. So I was only pulling my weight in encouragement and interpreting directions.
And annoyance.
I was doing a good job in observing
Listen, I'm the
and
one that...
sucking up to the Viking.
She said she wanted to date his son.
There's a reason he approved all of our steps. I'm sorry. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
She asked him after he said pass at one point, she said, is your son single? Whatever, who cares? So,
Thus the reason my comment when I said,
Take out how much you can't stand me right now on that nail. Nice. We're ready to be approved.
Very good. You can go to the next stage.
Cyclists are fast.
finish the detour, finish the damn torch, bolted out the door.
Captain Obvious over here goes,
A dock is on the water, so let's go to the water.
awesome. And we totally do not see the dock that we're supposed to find. And we go on this like whole, we were on the wrong side of the water.
We were on the wrong side of the water. We ran back where we came from. We ended up bumping into Nashville. And then as we came around the corner, Tim and TJ had gotten there so much later, and we saw them over at the torch pit. So that was kind of like, ugh. Like,
Yeah.
we fell behind a little bit right there. I think
There's-
that's when we ended up in 7th.
So many ways
But-
to screw up.
Just all it takes is one wrong turn.
Yep.
One wrong turn.
And maybe a few stalling the cars. Sheep herding! It's about as easy as herding cats.
This
Oh,
cat
come on.
in particular.
This one in particular. It's about, it's about, he's fine.
Sheep herding!
Sheep herding.
Never again.
Cat hair in my mouth.
It's okay, I was covered in sheep poop for a week. That's cute. Okay, anyways.
Corralling sheep down a few gates and putting them in a pen, no problem. That was the most frustrating task ever.
Ever. We thought we were so smart picking the pony, and then lo and behold, here are some sheep.
Some people, I definitely think, got more complacent sheep, though. I really do think so.
Let's talk about our rogue sheep.
Go, 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 go! One sheep! Damn it!
We had one rogue sheep.
One seriously rogue sheep.
And when we say rogue sheep, he had a red painted spot on his butt.
Yeah, I think he was marked like I am
rogue.
the rogue sheep.
Like, I am rogue.
Watch out for this one. That was the marked
Look
one.
out for me.
I was like, this is payback for all the times I was a rebel to my mom because this one sheep would not listen to me, and I was like, "You're grounded," and he was just like, "Ah."
We finished herding the sheep. Finally, the damn sheep. We got that one rogue sheep down the way, and then we quickly made them all waddle into the pen. It was like we couldn't even be excited because it took us so freaking long, and it was so frustrating.
So as we're getting our car, Brooke and Robbie were running out, and they're like, we're getting hopelessly lost everywhere we go. Why don't we work together? And we said, okay, well, let's work together.
And honestly, on the race, if you know you're not first, and you know you're not last, stick together because it just makes it easier. Chances are you probably had a pretty stressful, high-strung day from all of the tasks, so we decided to stick with them.
4 brains are better than 2 brains, usually.
Sometime.
So the 4 of us made it to the museum. We got some information at the museum. We bought a map, and then as we were leaving, I was like, where's our brooch? Where's our brooch? We need our brooch. I'm looking everywhere for the brooch. Turns out Robbie accidentally took it.
In his bag. He had both of our brooches.
It was an accident, I'm pretty sure. But I was like, if we needed that brooch to finish, to check in and we would have been screwed. So we had the missing piece. I was like, we have the map, you have my brooch, figure that out.
Like, let's
Okay,
work this
so
out.
we were in front of them, and I thought in our working together we had said, you know, neither one of us is first, so we're not racing each other. So that's that. We're working together.
And from the mouth of Robbie, he said, if you lead us to the pit stop, we'll let you guys get to the map first.
So we parked the cars, and I was all cheering us on. I was like, yay, teams, we did it. We made it to the pit stop. And we're running, and you can tell
see the both of us. We're just like, you know.
we're not sprinting. You can tell that Alli and I are jogging. And then I hear, watching the episode this week, he goes, should we kill him? I'll do it right now. And I was like,
We were like,
good job, guys. We did it.
Should we beat him? I'll kill him right now.
It's right here. Come on.
Come on, babe, come on.
we just brought you to the pit stop. You could have been lost in the Shetland Islands.
Oh, hell no. It's on. You can tell Alli and I got some stank faces at the finish line right there. He's like, Brooke and Robbie, you are 6th place. Kim and Alli, you are 7th place. And we're like,
High five. Really?
She's all like, we did it, babe. And I'm like, you didn't do it. We brought you here.
Congratulations, you're still in the bottom half for this leg.
So yeah, you're welcome for leading you to the pit stop. And don't get a big head about it, because remember, we still outsprinted you when it really mattered back in the first leg.
Or maybe that was just payback to us.
Maybe it was payback.
Whatever. Brooke tripped me coming around the corner, or we may have beaten them.
Oh yeah.
Good job, guys.
Brooke and Robbie, you are team number 6.
Yeah.
Kim and Alli, that would make you team number 7.
We were really close. I like how they're all like, we're wrestlers, we're so tough, but it's like, us two girls are still running just as fast as you. Like,
And you a boy.
You a professional wrestler. This is Kim and Alli. We're signing off till next week, recapping the amazing race.
The amazing race. Hey, we're going to Copenhagen. My
going-
favorite stop yet.
I hear they ride bikes a lot in Copenhagen.
Bicicletas. Hey.
Feel free to tweet us with hashtag the Cyclists. I'm KymNonStop on Twitter. That's Alli Forsyth. And come visit us in the interwebs. We have a fan page. We're posting it right here below in the description. That is our fan page. And we heart you big time. Thank you for watching and thank you for cheering us on.
Adios, amigos.
Peace.